Hey guys, I'm Dimension Jump and today I'll be doing a top 5 confidants in Persona 5 Royal. Now for this, I'm just beginning with some of the confidants that I find interesting in the game, because with the confidants, they're basically these small events that you can do with some of your friends that you talk with over the course of the game. And this is the list that I find for some of the confidants that I find interesting. Now there will be some spoilers for some of the confidants that I will be mentioning, but I won't go and spoil a lot of it, because I want people who haven't played Persona 5 Royal to experience some of the twists for themselves, instead of just finding this video and me spoiling the game for them. So for number 5 is Akechi's Confidant. Now what I like about Akechi's Confidant is that it's a lot better in Persona 5 Royal than it is in the original Persona 5, because in Persona 5 Akechi's Confidant was one of the few ones that you got automatically. So throughout the course of that game, you just get each rank leveled up by 1 automatically at different points of the game. But with Persona 5 Royal, it's been updated, so you can talk to Akechi and talk about different things, mainly about the Phantom Thieves. And I feel like this confidant is a lot better, and I think it fully redeems Akechi, especially in the third semester, because of how Akechi wants to try and prove himself to be an ace detective, and how he wants to try and see himself try and catch them. And even when he joins them later on in the game, when he goes and tells the Phantom Thieves that he wants to make them do one last mission and then suspend. I do like it how when that's happening, he invites Joker to Mementos and asks him to battle him. I feel like that's a really good way of redeeming Akechi, because in the original Persona 5, I felt like he was like a sort of one-note sort of character in a way. He was like this detective guy, but in Persona 5 Royal, I feel like he's fully redeemed himself, and I feel like that he's now a fully fledged character. For number 4 is Sai's Confidant. Now Sai is like Akechi's was in Persona 5. In Persona 5 Royal, she's one of the few confidants that you get automatically. So again, it's a confidant that you get automatically, and you get the rank each time you go back in the interrogation room. But with Sai, I feel like this confidant is quite interesting and quite clever of how it plays out, because every time you change the heart of a criminal, Sai will be able to believe you more, and believe about the other world, and believe how you are able to commit all of these changes of hearts. And I feel like that's really interesting, and seeing how Sai, at the beginning of the game, when she first enters the room where you're being interrogated in, towards the later half of the game, she's starting to trust you even more, and she's starting to believe all of the stories that you've been telling her, and how she's been, trying to figure out how to do all of the certain stuff that she's been trying to do in our part of the game. And I feel like Sai's Confidant is really interesting, and I really enjoy her confidant because of how much she's starting to believe you, and how she's starting to have a trust in you. So yeah, that's why I feel like Sai's Confidant is really interesting. For number 3 is Kasumi's Confidant. Now, Kasumi, I feel like, is a cool confidant, because she's the only confidant of the game that begins out with 5 ranks, and you can get the 5 other ranks in the third semester, when you find out about her sister and how she died and stuff like that. And I really enjoy about what I enjoy about Kasumi's Confidant is that she's just really cool, and I really enjoy how she basically trains you in more gymnastic-y kind of ways. And I think that Kasumi is throughout her story, in not only in the Confidant, but in the third semester, I feel like she's able to how should I say this? She's able to live she's able to rekindle the sort of love that she had for gymnastics that her sister did when she was alive, and I think she's like really cool in how she is able to just do all the stuff she can. It's kind of hard to explain because of I don't want to spoil Kasumi's about Kasumi's sister, because that's a really cool and interesting twist. Because I really enjoy Kasumi's confidant and how she's able to do all these cool things. So yeah, I don't want to spoil it because of how cool and Kasumi is as a character, and how the twist kind of like, yeah. For number 2 is Markey's confidant. Now with Dr. Markey, I think he's a cool confidant because of the progress that you help him with his paper, because he's trying to find a way of proving cognitive science, kind of like how Futaba's mum was trying to research cognitive science, and you finally find out that his girlfriend had passed away, and that he wanted to try and help as many people as he could. And then later in the 3rd semester you find out what actually happened to Markey's girlfriend, and then you find out how he tried to save people, and then later on you confront him about it. And I really do enjoy how this is handled with Dr. Markey. Kind of like Kasumi, how she handles her sister's passing. I feel like Dr. Markey is like on the same level as Kasumi in terms of how they handle their about how their relations have been. Except for Dr. Markey, I think he takes it a bit too far. While Kasumi is able to do it, she's able to mentor like a heart, if in that kind of sense. And I do enjoy some of the abilities that you can get from Dr. Markey, especially this ability you can do where you can get some SP back and stuff like that when it's low. And yeah, I really do enjoy Dr. Markey's confidant. And for number 1 is Sojiro's confidant. Now, I really do enjoy Sojiro as a character and as a confidant because of the way he treats you at the beginning of the game and towards the end of the game. Because at the beginning of the game, he kind of treats you like someone with a criminal record. But towards the end of the game, he starts to open up to you and starts to feel more like a father figure, because he was able to let you in and he was able to trust you because he was like, it's kind of like as a father figure. And within his confidant, you learn about some of the things in his private life. For example, Futaba's uncle, who comes in to LeBlanc every so often and asks Sojiro for money because Futaba's uncle is in debt, and he's asking Sojiro for money so he can pay off those debts. And what I really like about this confidant is that when you go and change the uncle's heart, it's only you and Futaba, and I feel like this is really interesting, because normally if you want to change a confidant's heart, like for example Hifumi's mum, for when you want to change her heart, it's every single member of the Phantom Thieves going to Mementos and changing that Hifumi's mum's heart. But with Futaba's uncle, it's only you and Futaba, and I feel like that's really interesting because this is a private matter, and Futaba says, I think, I could be wrong here, but that Futaba doesn't want any of the other members of the Phantom Thieves to find out about this or something, because this is such a private matter towards both her and Sojiro. And I do really enjoy Sojiro the confidant because he just every rank he just opens up to you and just has to try and keep Futaba safe from her uncle. But the only downside about this is that around rank 4 or 5, you will have to wait until a particular date to unlock the rest of the confidant, or do do like the remaining few ranks because of certain events that I don't want to really spoil, because I want people to find out for themselves. So yeah, so that's been my top 5 favourite confidants. I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.